Madagascar, fellas, it's this beautiful country. Madagascar is a lovely place, but it's unfortunate. Usually when you see the map of Africa, you don't see Madagascar, right? You see only this block here. They don't show you Madagascar. I don't know why they do that. That's very it's like I'm showing you all my kids, but one of them I'm not going to show you because it's bigger than everybody else. It's crazy. Not to say Madagascar is bigger than everybody, but I can just imagine why, how people from Madagascar and Sao Tome and Principe. Look at this. This is Sao Tome and Principe, okay? And Madagascar. These two, you'll never see them on the screen. Sometimes you don't see them on the map. I don't think it's fair. It's not nice. Anyway, France has returned looted human remain to Madagascar. Crazy stuff. Looted human remain. You talk about crazy people. These people are crazy. How do you take human remain to your country? Why? What's the goal? France has returned looted human remains to former colony. The skull handed back to Madagascar include one believed to be that of a king decapitated by French troops in 1897. Imagine. So the French, when they left France looking for other land, I don't know why they want to look for other. I mean, these people, they talk about people being ruthless and brutal, and these people were ruthless and brutal and unhuman. They just went to other nations and started unaliving people for no reason and taking their land and it's crazy stuff. This is crazy stuff. The skull is believed to be that of a Malagasy king named Toera in August 1897. Imagine you're a king, bunch of white people come to your land, they unalive you and they take your skull to France. Imagine, since 1897 up until now, they've kept the skull of a king of Africa in France, in the name of culture. At the request of Madagascar, we are returning 3 Salakava skulls, including the one presumed to be that of a King Toera. This is what the French minister Rachida Dati said.
This restitution of the 3 Sokolova skulls, including the one presumed to belong to King Toera, from the collections of the National Museum of Natural History, marks a historic event between France and Madagascar.
What did you think? I mean, all this time along, you've never thought about returning somebody's skull to his country? What are you doing with it? Are you fantasizing about this? It's crazy. It's insane. It's insane because I don't know what to say. Emmanuel Macron, president of France, reportedly spoke of seeking forgiveness for France's bloody and tragic colonization of African countries. So Emmanuel Macron said, I'm looking for forgiveness for our bloody and tragic colonization. Yes, France's colonization was brutal and ruthless. They destroyed many lives. They finished people bad in many countries. They went to Algeria. They took women by force. In the name of war, unalived the ones that refused. They unalived a lot of Algerians, took their land by force. They even did a testing of atomic bomb. Imagine you're going to do a testing of atomic bomb in somebody else's country. See how effective it is. How nice is that? They're just a bunch of savages. They don't deserve anything. And matter of fact is, Algeria asked France to provide all the sites where they did atomic bomb testing. And France refused to provide. Do you understand why that is important? Because the country need to understand where you did atomic bomb testing so that people cannot go over there. Now, they did many atomic bomb testing, but they never provided the list and the site of where the tests were conducted. And now many people in Algeria, you can see the map, many people are getting funny, weird sickness and diseases because atomic bombs don't play. This is the atomic bomb they threw in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. Up until today, Japanese people still give birth to children with one hand of 7 legs, because of the effect of the atomic bomb. That's what the legacy of France is in Africa. But today when you speak about it, they say you have anti-French rhetoric. Is that an anti-French rhetoric, or are we just talking about history? Now the French president say, we're trying to find forgiveness for all the bad things we've done. A French National Museum of Natural History reportedly holds 23,000 human remains in collection. You're looking for forgiveness, but you have 23,000 human remains. For what? What is this? I don't understand. What is this fantasy about keeping people? I don't understand. Sarah Batman from South Africa, the lady with the nice forms, they took her body to Europe. They kept her body in Europe because she had a nice ass. All these people were fantasizing over a dead body's ass. Imagine. For hundreds of years until Mandela started doing work to get the body of this South African lady woman back to South Africa. That's how the Europeans. It's crazy. What is the fantasy around? I don't understand. Do you know that in Germany up until now you have skulls of people from Herero, the Herero people of Namibia, because that's the first genocide that's recorded. They massacred people, murdered black African tribes, took their skulls and the body. Up until now, a lot of them in museums in Germany. Now my question is this: you know the country you don't name? Do you know the country you don't name? Do you think you could go to the country you don't name? I mean, what they did to the people from the country you don't name, could they keep their skulls could they keep their skulls and body remains into museums? Would they do that? They would never do that. Why? Because they're considered better than you. You are seen as a bunch of animals. Like you're showing a biology, a museum of animals. It's crazy stuff. Now Perry wants forgiveness. He wants to be in the good books of the black people. And Macron has made a lot of mistakes. He insulted Africans the last time by saying that Africans should be grateful for the colonization.
We had a secure relationship. In truth, it was of two kinds. One part was our commitment to fighting terrorism since 2013. We were right. I think some have forgotten to say thank you, but that's okay. It'll come in time. I'm in a good position to know that ingratitude is a disease that cannot be transmitted to humans. But I say this for all the African governments who have not had the courage, in the eyes of their public opinion, to bear it. None of them would be in a sovereign country today if the French army had not been deployed in this region.
And many African presidents did not stay quiet over this. They say maybe if Africans were not there, France would still be a colony of Germany, because African people fought for France to free it against the Germans. And what did you do to those Africans? They were called the tirailleurs sénégalais. They were taken from Africa to go fight for France in France during World War II. Yes, because France colonized all these countries here. So they felt they had the right to take all these people to go fight their war for them. You know what they did to them? After they promised them land, promised them passport and citizenship and insurances and stuff. After they fought and liberated Paris, first of all, this general here, General de Gaulle, said you must clean up because we're walking into Paris. All the Parisian people will see people walking, soldiers. The soldiers have to be white. So he whitenized the regiments. So all the people walking into Paris were white. But it wasn't the white French that liberated Paris. It was the black people of Africa. He kicked out all the black people so that the French people can see it's the French, because it would have given black people too much of something. After doing that, those black people were not paid the money they deserved. Some of them were taken to a place they got shot. Imagine, you fought for the French, expecting to be paid at least and get a citizenship, then they go and shoot you. Then Macron would say African people should be grateful. But gratefulness is something of human beings. Only human beings are grateful. So he's saying Africans are not human beings. And he says Africans make too many babies.
Adults today are women. That's the deep roots of the gender inequalities. One of the critical issues we have regarding the African demography is the fact that this is not a chosen fertility. I always say, please present me the lady who decided, being perfectly educated, to have 7, 8, 9 children. And this is not teaching African people from New York. This is a pure bullshit to say that. A lot of African leaders today now dare to have this kind of speech. This is just because a lot of girls were not properly educated. That's why for me education is the main answer. First, to avoid the worst. Second, to maximize opportunities in African countries and in the rest of the world. Third, to properly monitor demography.
Me, I'm not stopping until I have 11, my man. 11. 11. Let me know how you feel about this. It was a great pleasure. Hey, YouTube say a lot of you guys watch videos, but you're not subscribed. I don't know why you're not subscribed. I like this channel. I like you too. We're a family. Please subscribe, drop a comment so we know you're there. God bless. Boom. Boom. I love that bomb. Listen to it. 1, 2, 3. Boom.